these fucking.
I wonder what
Alex
PewDiePie's
Darkside
doing this
is.
though. Why is he chosen this part? If they paid him or something?
What do you think?
Like-
Money.
No, but surely he's not all about. You know how many millions?
It's
he's
not
worth?
all about money. He doesn't always have sponsors. For God so loved the world, he gave us a good crip. The late, great Neighbourhood Nip. Welcome to a very special episode 40 of the Unmonetisables, the official podcast for the FAWK Chronicles, the dumbest search for intelligence, and Steps us a podcast to the Indi Scots network, Scots with Soul podcast. Nay, ripping the piss at that intro, guys, alright?
Who's going to rip the piss out of that?
Did you
was
say crip?
absolutely amazing.
My name is Cpt Privilege, star commentator of Hype CW, and with me, through no choice of their own, Dr. Darkside.
Yeah, I'm here also.
Not a star though. And Grandmaster Tech.
Yeah, stop rubbing your hype train, mate.
I'm not rubbing anything anywhere near any's, alright?
Tickets, please.
If you're unaware, folks, this is the only podcast in the galaxy that expertly dissects your primitive planet's curatable culture, aka the trending tat of the week. Fucking didn't even write that down, eh? No bad, lads.
You did better
Not
when you
bad.
don't write it down. I swear you've got a reading issue.
You know, I'm a professional now.
Yeah, you're professional at making
professional.
He's
mistakes.
professional something, isn't he?
Speaking of professionals, how about this professional fucking sex cult slave case? Huh?
No.
Well, seeing
Alison-
this is your story.
Yeah,
Alison Mack
the very first story comes out with it as well.
pled guilty to racketeering in the cult sex slave case.
Yeah,
So basically, this chick that used to be on the TV show Smallville,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember
one
this
chick
now.
like
Yeah.
joined this weird sex cult
Yeah.
where the guy was like, "Yeah, all you gotta do is like brand yourself with me."
She got
but it's-
brainwashed.
But what you
basically.
should do
Yeah,
is like
no.
go and get a bunch of other women and like totally learn their deepest darkest secrets.
That
and
was
then
it.
hold against them and tell
She
them
wasn't
it's
just having sex. She was
from me.
recruiting all these
Yeah,
lasses.
recruiting
Yeah,
right.
but no, it's a mentoring service.
Listen, she was fucking brainwashed.
So what?
No, but that's what I'm saying though.
she's
You
been
know,
found guilty.
It's so funny. She's like, I know these episodes of Smallville about someone coming to town and like an alien or something coming to town and they're like probably brainwashing everybody, but she's just like fucking.
So what's she getting? She getting jail?
I don't know, but she's pled guilty, so she'll fucking do something.
Well, at least she's
Yeah.
smart enough to plead guilty, I suppose.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Like get a reduced sentence or something.
It's weird because see the footage of before she went in, and she's blonde and still kind of chirpy and happy, and then you see it afterwards, and you're like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah,
She's-
it's like
she's
all the
totally,
colour is
grey
just
hair,
drained
like,
from her
totally
and shit.
skinny
Yeah.
and that. You're like,
Went all emo.
she's come out now and like very much like, oh, I was fucking away with it. I was brainwashed. I apologise to everyone I hurt type shit. But you're like, God
No,
damn.
It's actually a proven fact that you can tell how well someone is doing in a court case by how much makeup they put on. Because they walk in the first time, they've always like they're really smartly dressed, they've got plenty of makeup on, they look good, and then 5 court cases later, they're just like they look like Tutankhamun's fucking resurrected corpse, and you're like, you're not doing well, are you? You've got the point where you're like, fuck this shit, I ain't putting clothes on or fucking
She
getting
just
makeup on.
looked bedraggled.
Yeah. Don't say
Well, from
bedraggled.
one sex fiend to another.
Is this your closet cases again?
No, Tekashi 6ix9ine allegedly is going to be released with time served.
Who's Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Exactly. Who the fuck is this weird little rainbow rapping pedo? Basically, he was not a gangster, but got adapted as
Honest.
a gangster because he was fucking could rap. A couple of years later, he's literally doing like Test My Gangsta World tour, where he's literally saying, I can land in any hood, I don't give a fuck, motherfuckers try me. And he's Snapchatting his cell like half an hour after he's left the zone, being like, I'm right here, post up, motherfuckers. You're like, holy shit. So anyway,
So he's a
yeah,
snap star or a gangster?
yeah, gangstar, but yeah, talking too much, bragging about putting a 30 rack on somebody's head and things like that.
Has he got a
Putting
gold
hit
chain?
on folk. And no, the gold grill, like, no, sorry, multicoloured grill.
Alright.
And 6ix9ine tattooed all over his body and his forehead and his face and his neck and shit. But long story short, his whole crew got done again on a racketeering charge and for like fucking attempted murder and shit. And he's allegedly walking away with time served. even though he was looking at 20 year life.
Wait, threatened to Georgie's
No,
family or
confirmed
something?
fucking snitch, bro. Like, oh, they were getting 20-15, he's getting time served.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So the Test My Gangsta World tour is not finished.
Oh.
He could come out of jail on it.
He's going to be...
served.
Well, a story like that is going to be the boxing or something, right?
But was that a threat there, Darkside? Damn.
No, I think he's at the receiving end of the threat, I think.
Yeah.
It's just quite interesting to see because I don't understand. Like, they allegedly had phone calls of him arranging hits or arranging a hit.
Hits not as in musical numbers.
No, not as in
No,
musical
not hits from the
hits,
bong
'cause
either.
His music couldn't be described as that, even though he was a fucking huge weird hit. Even post the fact
That's
he
a huge
was
weird hit.
done for fucking lewd acts, sexual acts, and in the presence of a minor. They got caught in some weird Snapchat video, again having sex with some other chick who wasn't underage, but his homeboy had another chick who was underage, and he was smacking her ass or like the back of her arse, grinding or whatever, butt naked.
The
Just
glamour
a
of being a
fucking
gangster, eh?
Fucking little creep. He shouldn't have been like, taken on. You know, it's just pretty gross. But well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with his time served. It's luck of the draw, or a roll of the die. How about a roll of the D8?
Oh, this is going into Dungeons and Dragons.
That's- yes, it is.
God.
You guessed it. Well done.
Wow.
10 points.
Yes.
Discord wants to start a D&D game. 25,000 participants already.
That's
signed up.
a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
right
It was like they
there.
were like, click like if you want to be
You know,
involved or
that-
some
that-
shit. And it was just like
that- you know,
25,000 likes.
This is like the one of the fucking battle scenes out of Lord of the Rings, but instead of the armies being CGI characters, are actually real people.
How many
acting
dice are you
out.
going to need?
You know, not only that, how long are you going to have to wait per turn? You know what I mean? You're like, I rolled, I attack with my sword.
Yeah.
23
5
million
weeks
years later.
Fuck being the
Oh, it's my turn.
Fuck being the dungeon master for
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Can you
I should just put it on tabs.
Can you
Put it
imagine
on
that?
tabs.
Can you imagine
Totally
that
accurate
one guy?
Battle Simulator, just fucking 25,000 people.
Yeah, but can you imagine that one single guy out of the whole lot of them that turns around and goes, "Whose turn is that again?"
Oh,
And
back to square
everybody
one.
just turns around and stabs the fucker because it's like, we don't know, we
Stabs
don't
them
care.
via Discord.
We're just going for it.
Like, that just doesn't seem physically possible,
Yeah.
does it?
It's interesting.
25,000 turns later, and we've marched forward 1 square.
But if you make an AI DM, an AI dungeon
DM.
master,
Adam?
Then it might only take 10 weeks a round or something.
Yeah. And the AI will just decide, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to play this whole game for you because you guys are slow.
I could just
Like-
guess, man. I could just fucking frantically guess.
You're
what
going
it's
to
worth
roll a
doing, eh?
d6 and die.
Just make it a procedurally generated AI fucking DM.
Can you imagine the other side of the coin as well, where you're playing this, you're right into it, and it's maybe been like a week's worth of actual work, and you finally reached the wall that you're supposed to breach, and you get shot.
The AI
die.
just goes rogue and kills everyone.
Well, I wasn't thinking that far. I was just thinking how sucky it would be for that one person to spend a week doing all this hard work and rolling that dice to then just die.
You've played way too much fucking Dungeons and Dragons, you dork.
Yeah, I know, because no matter what DM it is, all the DM's jobs is just to kill all the players.
Oh, that's
Is
not
it?
how it's played.
That is what
It's
a DM's
not
job
supposed to be.
is to
That's-
kill the players.
That's not what a fantasy world is all about. Who would be...
No, that's
and you're-
life.
Don't fuck it. Don't do that's life, my segue. Speaking of fantasies, who would be in your fantasy podcast, lads? Let's mix the segue.
Not yous.
No, you. Aye. Well, no guesses, no takers.
Joe Rogan.
Joe
Of
Rogan.
course it would, you fucking
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan, Alex Jones.
That's how it happened. That was the best, to be
Yeah.
fair. It's the best I've heard in a while.
I don't know. Somebody that's not in a podcast
Yeah.
already, or a show or something.
Yeah, just, have a guess. I'll let you think about it while I tell you about the
The
ideal
Queen.
one.
That'd be amazing. Hey, you can imagine the Queen doing a podcast.
That wouldn't be amazing.
that knows.
That would take longer to listen to
You
than
know
the
what I mean?
D&D game.
the surface of her
Wonder's
nose.
doing a podcast.
The surface of her nose would be so rubbed off because of her staring down her nose at you, just like, yeah, you didn't question me.
Stephen Hawking would have been amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Aye.
Why is that funny?
I really
You
don't
got-
know, but
you
it
got
works.
one half of it right anyway. Because, as you know, I've seen your fucking tabs.
Steam Fry?
Dirty little bastard.
What?
Scanning my turf. Alex Jones was on an ideal fantasy podcast.
Yeah.
Logan Paul podcast on Impaulsive.
What, Logan Paul and Alex Jones?
Yes.
Yeah, Alex Jones went on Logan Paul's
lethal
podcast.
combination. What lethal combination.
For me, again, this is Logan Paul struggling for relevance because Alex Jones is far more relevant than he is.
Listen, this is just smart.
Who
This is
knows?
smart
Who even
business.
knows who
Fucking
Logan Paul is, man?
That's just because Alex Jones is so outrageously angry all the time.
I think they should have really...
I'm surprised that Alex Jones went on Logan Paul's podcast.
I'm surprised he didn't just go and deny Sandy Hook in the middle of the Japanese forest. Just stream it live.
But, you know, I mean, Alex Jones going on Logan Paul's podcast, that's only going to bring his reputation down.
No, it doesn't. It
Even
means
further.
It means
It
Alex
depends.
Jones gets exposed to a bunch of whole kids. Don't say Alex Jones exposed to
A bunch of
whole kids.
5-year-olds
But
that don't even know what conspiracy
and it
theories
means
are.
Logan Paul is now kind of down with the conspiracy theory crowd. He's
Whoa,
already an
whoa,
outsider.
whoa.
He's always been labelled as a. He's
Logan
already
Paul
been.
is a conspiracy. That's why Alex Jones is on there to expose him as a conspiracy.
Well, it was really interesting because like they were on sort of good spirits, but then
Well, like whiskey
Alex
and
Jones
rum,
started
or-
like dropping terms like retarded a couple of times, and then I'm pretty sure he said tranny, and so Logan Paul started like trying to pull him up on it, but kind of bullshitting around it in SJWA, and then fucking Alex Jones is just being all awkward, like, yeah, you can't say woman, you can't say family anymore. He's like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
See, that's a good thing, but Joe Rogan has the balls and the relationship with Alex Jones to like rein him in. But Logan Paul clearly doesn't.
Oh, it's fucking, it's actually worth the listen to, because that's just Alex Jones
Logan
going
Paul getting
fucking-
bullied by Alex Jones.
Alex Jones
Sounds
pretty much
funny, though.
out cringing Logan Paul in his own fucking show, man. Some of the shit he literally is like, if you die and go to hell, you don't get tortured because these fucking idiots are like, it's like fucking Adam Sandler film, you got a pineapple up your arse for eternity. And he's like, no, you become a retarded goblin. Weird fucking shit, man. It was brilliant.
Do you think that's Alex Jones trying to get back onto YouTube by hanging about with big YouTubers trying to get...
Yeah.
Well,
It's reverse hacking culture.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
ostracized for YouTube, but that doesn't mean he can't appear on other
He
people's
appeared,
shit.
he appeared on YouTube on Rogan's podcast. So he's-
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Smart.
The guy's not daft, like.
Oh, no. Very clever.
No, something a little more wholesome
Don't say wholesome.
was in reference to the intro there. I thankfully caught the live stream of the celebration of Nipsey Hussle's life
Yeah, who even is Nipsey Hussle,
with Snoop Dogg and Stevie Wonder. Well, Nipsey Hussle
is a rapper that nobody heard about
well, depending on where you're from.
until he turned into a martyr.
Depending on where you're from and what side of the culture you pay attention to. I hadn't heard of his music, but through other rappers and other documentaries, I did hear about fucking Nipsey Hussle.
His name, yeah.
And point being was, one, he was well respected within his fucking hood. Two, he was obviously quite compared to Snoop back in the day because he's quite tall and he's got dreads and his rapping style, and because he was West Coast and from that area and a Crip,
But why
he
did
got
he?
directly kind of compared to Snoop.
Why
But-
did he get killed then? Because he was standing up too much to the bad elements or something.
Well, it's difficult. What the real read is that there was some boy that was a snitch and had been ostracised from the gang, or at least the neighbourhood.
and he was trying to
he'd-
protect him. or
He
something.
basically appeared out in his neighbourhood on his shop, like he owned a strip mall basically, because he was always about investing in his own businesses
Yeah.
and investing in local businesses, investing within the fucking community. And everyone respected him for that, because instead of putting folk to work through fucking gang shit, he was putting folk to work in actual legitimate business. And amongst a whole nother fucking
And that makes you a bad guy.
tons of stuff. But no, basically this idiot come across him, and Nipsey's, for what I can gather, has basically told him, bro, you need to get your ass off the streets, man. You're a fucking snitch. Like, I don't know whether they said it like that. Maybe it was a little more fucking forceful, who knows, but
Well, they did so as a threat. or
little
something?
snitchy poo, just what essentially it was. And at the same time, he's probably protecting his own fucking strip mall. There's snitchy boy with a fucking running target on his head running about outside your local businesses. So he's, you know, being like, mate, you need to get the fuck out of here. Homeboys ran home, grabbed his own fucking gun, come back and shot him.
Okay.
Little shit. There was thousands of people in this basically small stadium paying tribute to him. The Snoop Dogg come out and give the eulogy. That was about the start. For God So Loved the World, they gave it a good crip. The one and only Neighbourhood Nip. Yeah, that's who used to get nicknamed the Nip, the Neighbourhood Nip. There's a quality YouTube video like it's like a wee Vice story or something, or a wee fucking news story about some old boys sweeping outside the strip mall, and they just ask him like, "How long have you been working?" I've been working here for 5 years now, 5 years. Like, you alright? And that basically, he's like, yeah, I was an alcoholic and shit. I was homeless, but Nip, the Neighbourhood Nip, seen me right. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, he gave me this job. The Neighbourhood Nip, he's the man, he's the boss. He gave me this job, and I fucking come here every day and sweep up. No, I've got him to thank.
No, that reminds me of Pablo Escobar. No, you go down was it Colombia now, and like a lot of people just the huge murals of him on the wall, and everybody, you can't say a bad word about Pablo Escobar. Even
but
now,
I don't think Pablo Escobar was investing in police run programs to stop.
Of course he was.
He owned the police.
Exactly.
To stop gang culture and investing.
Well,
in
no,
programs.
he was stopping his enemy gang
anti-gang
youth
culture,
through schools.
But he did invest a lot in the
entrepreneurial
community, like you're saying, you know.
Like, it's like if you ever seen the documentary, The Scheme, where there's that guy that was just running. It wasn't a scheme; it was Benefit Street with the boy that was running about selling just the chunks, like literally wee fucking plastic cups of washing machine liquid, and it just
it was like
budget
we start
stuff.
a business thing,
and he was literally just doing it so that folk in the community could afford a little bit. He's got a shop like that.
Yeah,
It's a fucking entire shop of you can get cheap shit here, man. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a really good fucking service. It was really, really well put together, poignant. It was fucking worth checking out, man. You know what I mean? Stevie Wonder come up and played for his shit, you know, for his fucking funeral. It was awesome. Yeah, so on that positive vibe note, the marathon continues as the slogan. And speaking of fucking marathons, I do believe the lads have got far too much news to get beasted through on their recon.
Don't say beasted.
Don't tell me what to say, damn it! Who's up first? Flipping the coin. I'll let you decide.
You're not actually. Oh, right. Well, yeah.
I like that silence.
All right.
Darkside.
Deck.
Well, I've got a crazy story first. Taiwan doctor finds 4 sweat bees living inside woman's eye.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear
yeah.
Don't say sweat.
It was really gross. A Taiwanese woman was found by doctors to have 4 small sweat bees. Must be small bees.
Yeah.
Living inside her eye. The first such incident on the island, right? But they managed to like get them out alive.
Yeah.
Apparently,
aye, because
they were like they were like living on her tears or something.
Aye, because apparently you just need to apply a wee bit of pressure in the right place.
They also drink tears for their high protein content, according to.
Oh my God.
Oh, gross.
Living up the tears.
This is a thing.
Human.
This happens occasionally.
Like, yeah, it's like it happens around the world.
Really rare thing.
Sweat bees.
Yeah, it's for those specific insects. Yeah, but it happens with so many other insects quite commonly. You know,
say so. Like, yeah, wear your goggles if you're going about. You know.
Permanently, you know.
Just walking around with goggles. What's happening, man? It's the sweat bees. They're in my eyes.
So from rare medical events to a question that everybody's always wanted to know: do bears shit in the wood? Well, Israel has found out that bears shit on the moon. The Israel Bear Sheet spacecraft crashes on the moon.
Is that how you?
Terrible.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but in the English language, it looks like bear shit. All right, it's like bear sheet.
That's pure racism.
Bear sheet. I don't know. Anyway, hey, it might be pure racism, but how much of the English language is mispronounced in other cultures? And they're like, look at that.
You know what I thought when I heard this? I thought they're trying to compete with Japan.
Yeah. And they just launched it.
Japan blows up asteroids. They're trying to blow up the moon.
Well, that's it, right? It says it crashed on the lunar surface after the apparent failure of its main engine. I don't think it had one. It was just purely ballistic, so they can say, well, they tried. We got to the moon. But yeah, so let's just say the lunar surface is probably going to be littered with the carcasses of potential possible lunar landings in the future.
Don't say carcass.
Go and see the guy that's sweeping the streets for Nip. He might have a new job in like 30 years' time. I have to sweep the lunar surface.
It only costs £76 million, apparently.
What, to ballistically try and blow up the moon? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, from attempting to blow up the moon to smart speaker recordings. Apparently, smart speaker recordings are actually reviewed by humans. So they're trying to say, oh yeah, there's no personal information and all the IDs are scrambled, basically.
As if these things weren't creepy enough.
Yeah, exactly. We all know these things are recording and listening all the time. And let's face it, the conspiracy theories that may or may not be true, probably true, anyway, is the fact that there could be people listening to these 24/7. So the fact that they are actually recording you, and but they get deleted when you turn it off. Most people don't turn them off.
But the excuse is that they're only listening to some recordings and they're doing it to help the AI to learn better.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, exactly. How about you just let
them
them
learn?
learn?
There's no an opt-in fucking system though.
Yeah,
Fuck, they're just like, you can do that.
Here's a better idea. How about when you're sitting around in your living room and your Alexa just turns around and goes, "Why is the sky black at night?" And it's up to the people around the world to give an answer. So the people of the world are teaching Alexa, not just this small group of individuals.
You have to ask the question. Everyone's just talking that much shit. It'll pick it all up.
Yeah. The AI's creeping me out, man. I've been to this one machine twice in Tesco, and it's shortchanged me twice.
It clearly does not like you.
This machine has something against me.
Fuck, has seen a FAWK Chronicles out again.
It shortchanged me once, I can understand. Shortchanged me twice.
First they come for my change, then they came for my family.
Where does all that extra money go? All that extra money's funneling into a bank account.
What bugs me about them is the fact that, say you've got you've got 10 pence change due, and you know for a fact that it's not going to give you a 10 pence piece, it's going to give you in twos and ones. Because the stores are it's cheaper to actually lug around a bag of 10p's than it is to lug around thousands of 2 pences.
It facially recognises you and it engages its grudge protocol. And it's like
grudge protocol. That sounds like a band name or something like that. A fucking track name.
There's that fucker Darkside.
Hey, creepers! This is grudge protocol. You're probably not wrong anyway. There's probably something.
I think I'd rather humans listening to me than AI, I think, maybe.
But no
listen to me, you fucking creepy.
No humans listen to us. Are you crazy?
Well, at least one does. At least 2, 3, maybe. I know 3.
So from Curious AIs to the Darwin Awards, the weekly Darwin Awards.
Okay. Man
almost loses his arm, almost ripped off by a lioness after trying to stroke it in the cage in South Africa.
Well, that's a runner-up. It's not a Darwin, but
his horrified wife looks on.
Yeah, come on. Even though he's not dead, that is still practically a Darwin Award.
Does he have kids?
Well, I've got 2 questions about this. One, the guy was 55. So
what are you doing petting lions at 55?
Exactly. Hold on a minute, mate. It doesn't matter whether you're young, old, or middle-aged. Apparently, stupidity knows no bounds. There's a lion there. I'm just going to stick my arm through and try and pet it. Yeah, okay, mate.
What type of fucking zoo you can just walk up to a lion?
It's South Africa.
Right.
It's just a
safari thing.
Aye, but it's a wide net fence, so you can stick your arm through. And I'm looking at that going, so this 55-year-old guy almost got his arm ripped off. What if that had been a bairn? Why has the zoo got fences that you can stick your arm through to pet a lion?
Pretty gross, man.
You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Deserves it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It might not quite be a Darwin Award, but it's fucking close enough. If you're dumb enough to stick your arm through a cage to try and pet a lion that's teeth are bigger than your brain cells.
Pussycat? No.
Don't say pussycat. And so from Darwin Awards to Sauron's Eye, apparently. God. It's been one of the biggest trending
Sauron's
meme
Eye,
images.
the fucking name of your fucking pet name for your junk.
Sauron's Eye, yeah.
Sauron's
Lost
Eye.
my contact lens.
It's just a blur.
Yeah. Aye, it might be a blur to the average person, but you know.
The first ever picture of a black hole, it's crap. Look at it, it's crap, man.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, they didn't focus the lens.
Let's get a 4K picture.
Your first picture of a black hole, you at least focus it.
Yeah.
Let's get a lens you need to spare into the depths of fucking space beyond.
Let's get.
I'm sure it was just an oopsie eye.
Let's get a picture of a black hole, a 4K picture of a black hole in all its eternal glory from over 5 million trillion kilometres away.
It was quite funny because like I got it when it was in trending, and I tried to watch like the hour fucking presentation. And I was like, basically, this was an hour build up to hand over that picture.
I know, wait. It's a bit anticlimactic, but
why did you just take one picture? Take half a dozen pictures. You might have a good one.
They did. That one picture was made up of.
That was the best picture.
Yeah, that
Holy
one.
shit, what were the other ones like?
Mate,
you know that when you're
oven hob.
You know that when you're on a night out and you're totally pissed drunk and you're trying to take photographs of everybody and you get home and you're like, took some amazing photographs, and you look at them all, and the best one is blurry as shit. The rest of them are just photographs of your feet.
That's it. It's when you used to get your pictures developed and you get them back.
You're like, fuck! My thumb was in the lens.
But the real story behind it, Reddit's data hoarders are freaking out over those black hole hard drives.
What?
Reddit's going mental about the hard drive that were used to store the data from the image.
Why?
Because what is it? International for something like. Because they're huge. I mean, 5 petabytes of data took up such a massive amount of.
Yeah, a petabyte is 1024 gigabytes.
So what, they're worried that
5 petabytes. Like this is petabytes is like the
the next level of
it's the way
storage
that
space.
Google counts data because they've got that much information. Took up such a massive amount of digital and physical space it couldn't be sent over the internet. Instead, the hard drives were flown to processing centers in Germany and Boston where the data was assembled.
Why does Reddit care?
Yeah. Sorry, I said gigabytes. It's terabytes.
Right, it's just like
terabytes.
Because they're geeking out over the massive hard drives and the massive amount of storage.
Yeah, because if I remember right, to give you an example of it, I think they were saying like 10 petabytes could store the wealth of the internet. Something like that.
Black holes are cool, I guess.
5.
Black holes are cool, I guess, but imagine all the Remux's lossless Blu-ray files you could store on those bad boys in RAID 1, no less. Reddit or pretentious jackass says. You know, like they're just geeking out. Totally.
Yeah, they totally are. But there's been quite a few meme images, and one of my favourites so far was basically a set of 4 images, and they were zoomed in over the course of the 4 images. The first one showed the ring of the black hole with a tiny little black dot on it, right in the orange hue, and you're like, what's that? And it zooms in a bit further, dot gets bigger. Zooms in a bit further, dot gets bigger. Zooms in a bit further, and there's a Borg cube. I was like, that's actually pretty fucking awesome.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah, I might be a bit of Star Trek nerd than that, but it tickled my funny bone, so there we go.
Something else for nerds out there. Sony creates colossal 16K screen in Japan.
Yeah. Oh, the wall.
The biggest 16K screen of its kind will shortly go on show in Japan. Sony's display has 4 times as many horizontal pixels as a 4K television and 8 times that of a regular 1080p high definition TV, meaning it can show images in far more detail than normal. And it's the 63-foot by
Yeah.
17 feet screen is currently being installed at a new research centre that has been built for the Japanese cosmetics group
You know what though?
in Yokohama.
I don't really do this often when it comes to technology, but that screen is one of the ones that makes me want to do like a tool time.
Hey, it's just going to be like
It's
a
like,
window.
oh, man.
It's 16K.
It's a fucking wall.
It is a wall.
It's a wall the size of it, but you look at it and you won't even see any pixels. It'll
No.
just be a window.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
But that's the future though. You walk into your living room, right? You're in an apartment block in the middle of like a really built up city, and you walk into your living room and you're like, I can see the outside world, like I can see the streets and everything like that. When actually, really, your apartment is completely surrounded by other apartments. You have no windows at all. You know, you open up the window.
A camera outside the fucking building.
Exactly. You open up a window, it gives you the feeling like you're inside. No, it does is start fan blowing, you know, and just increases the sound.
A wee smell-o-vision where like smells of the street. Smells like dog shite. Smells like somebody's growling.
It's gonna suck if you break that TV though.
Oh man, yeah,
I'd
but
say suck
if you've got something that expensive, that motherfucker
you break the
getting
TV.
insured,
How
like-
many walls have you broke?
The thing is, with that size, you won't actually have to hang it on the wall. You just set it on the floor.
I haven't had a TV wall to break yet.
You don't have a fucking Wii remote to throw at it. You'll be fine.
No, that thing would be getting like wrapped in about 40 layers of plastic to prevent that shit.
It's your Tiger Woods PS5 golf club that you're going to launch at it.
Yes.
Yes, fine. Tiger Woods problematic. No.
Yeah. You can imagine like parents with kids, like wee babies that are they're walking into the living room and the baby's like smearing jam over the screen. They're like, that TV's worth more than you.
Yeah, you're lucky I didn't knee jerk on that one. Like, yes, there are parents without kids.
yes. But parents without kids don't experience that problem of getting jam smeared over
for
the
parents
most
with kids,
expensive technology.
It's Disney's turn to launch a streaming service. Disney Plus will launch in November in North America.
Yeah.
This is old news. Keep up,
This is new news. They've just launched this
yeah,
week.
but it's been coming for a year.
Yeah, of course it's
That's
been
when they
coming.
pretty much
Don't say
kiboshed on the
coming for a
goddamn
year.
Marvel fucking shows on Netflix.
Yeah, but it's really annoying because, like, if you think about it this way, right? They're like, oh, we don't want all the shit on one proprietary service. Right, okay, I understand that. But at the same time, people started
I want
doing...
all that shit under one proprietary service, please.
Exactly. I don't want to have to fucking close that and open this service and then open that service. So now your TV not only has Netflix pre-programmed in it, it's also got fucking Disney, it's got
Hulu,
fucking
HBO,
Hulu,
Sky,
fucking BBC iPlayer and all that shit. You've got like 40
WWE Network.
programs and you're like, I want to watch the latest Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I know it's on something. Who's released that?
Tell you lads,
Who
we're all
made
fucked.
it?
We're all fucked because no more physical media. We won't own anything. We won't feel the same anymore.
Yeah.
And they'll just delete your account and be like, shit.
Every now and then, just for scarcity's sake, they'll just start taking things off of that network.
Well,
and
actually, there
Rewrite history.
is only
changing the ending of Aladdin. Yeah.
there is only one benefit to that I can see, and that comes with like digital hoarding.
The disc's not getting scratched.
The disc, yeah, totally. No, but like digital hoarding, like, you know, if you're paying for a service and you just get to play games, no matter what game it is, you lose your subscription. You're like, oh fuck, I've lost my accounts for these games or whatever. Great, I can't play them anymore. But if you lose your account when you've just spent all this money purchasing these games that you now own and you cannot access them, like Steam, if they can't recover your account, like some people have got thousands of games on there. Worth
people, eh?
No, I'm not one of them. I'm not that rich. Fuck, I've got like maybe 120.
You think you would expect everybody to have thousands of games?
Yeah. Not everybody. Fuck that.
But yeah, I agree with you,
But
man.
you know what I
It's
mean?
like,
Yeah,
there is no more physical media
Exactly.
anymore. That's it.
But there's a lot more to lose by losing your account if you actually have, okay, it's not a physical copy, but a digital copy, a digital license. You lose your account, you've lost all that money. Whereas it's like renting a car. You know what I mean? Rent a car.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Like everything's going that way.
yeah.
Rent and like there's more people renting houses and all sorts. Like
But
everything's going that rental kind of way.
It's moving away from.
You're going rental.
Yeah, you're going rental. It's moving away from personal ownership. because
Yeah.
people...
It's expensive, man.
Yeah, but not only that, I'm actually
And it's
starting...
bad for the environment.
It's bad for your
Fucking
sanity.
communists, listen to you, man. There is no fucking ownership.
No, apparently, ownership of something is actually bad for...
personal property.
It's bad for your sanity.
Oh, I mean, it's bad for your
It
sanity.
encourages hoarding.
Encourages you hoarding.
I say hoarding, not fucking hoarding.
Freudian
Hoarding.
slip slightly.
Odor.
No, he said that, not me. What the fuck?
Odor. Right.
Let's all go to Hordor.
The next story.
Next story.
What we had? PewDiePie.
No,
Yes!
Did you not have
Yes!
Why didn't you have this story?
Why didn't I have
Yeah.
what story?
because you
You're,
had about
you're
1,000
usually all about
Yeah,
PewDiePie
well,
and T-Series.
because you
I
had
was
about
trying
1,000 tabs open.
was
So
trying to
I
give
don't
you
know
a
if this
break.
is him trying to compete with T-Series or whatever, but PewDiePie picks D-Live as exclusive live streaming platform and will donate up to $50,000 to other creators.
I was trying not to let everyone know, motherfucker. I was going to sign us up to D-Live. Don't tell everyone
Too
about
late.
it.
And he's
everybody
due
else
to
knows before us anyway.
he's due to stream on Sunday the
April
14th. Yeah.
So
10 a.m.
PewDiePie is due to
Pacific time.
stream live. I still always think that I was a bit uncomfortable with that streaming live.
It's only when it's
comment.
on bridges. That's the only thing we need to worry about.
But I think it's
Yeah.
good that he's basically
Endorsing
giving
another-
the middle finger to YouTube and showing that he can be
YouTube doesn't care about the middle
He-
finger.
he can
more
be
a
platform
Twitch.
agnostic.
Yeah.
He can jump to our platform if
The
he
only
wants
time
to.
It's more
YouTube
a
actually
Twitch
pays
thing.
attention is when somebody gives him a
Sure,
full
but he's
fisting.
not doing streaming on YouTube.
YouTube, that's true,
Yeah, no.
He's,
No,
he's
and-
choosing an
It's a fucking
alternative.
Yeah.
endorsement,
And
man,
D,
innit? It's
and
just
D
smart.
Live, presumably he's chosen D Live because it's a crypto based.
It's crypt based.
It's crypto based. It's one of these kind of platforms that you can't kind of censor, and you know,
Yeah.
I hope that he's doing it for those kind of reasons. That he's doing it for freedom of speech and such.
In the advert, he talks about they're very pro-creator. There's a whole bunch of inbuilt systems. They're like, one, they don't actually take a cut of any of the sub stuff.
So is VidMe. Didn't he say with VidMe? Right?
Yeah, no, they got bought out. Seriously, man.
Well,
They
this is-
started and died so quickly. They got fucking bought out
This
because
is
of
what I think
competition.
is a case of, yeah, it's sketchy because they're like, yeah, we don't take a cut of any of the subs like Twitch does. And you're like, right, so where the fuck do you make your revenue?
They make their revenue from...
But there's some weird point scheme for
Yeah.
folk that stream. The more they stream, they get more points.
Yeah, I
and
think
for
about it this way,
viewers
right?
as well,
If it-
they get more points. when they stream.
if it's cryptocurrency based, the more users they have, the more potential cryptocurrency
Okay,
revenue.
that's what it'll fucking probably be. It's just actually crypto mining in your fucking while everybody's playing.
Possibly.
Could well be.
That is some
But
weird blockchain.
But think about it this way, right? If someone was offering you a completely free service, say to play games, and they're like, look, you can play any of these games, you don't pay a thing. The only thing we ask is 2% of your processor to do crypto mining.
Yeah, and they were straight up about it.
They're straight up about it. They're like, yeah, we
Yeah.
crypto mine using your technology, but you're getting access to all this shit for free, so that's your payment.
I trust anything that
Apparently-
PewDiePie endorses 100%.
Apparently, Firefox has announced that it's
mod.
coming out with an update that will block exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Supposedly, but I think it blocks all others apart from theirs. Come on, Microsoft have been blamed for that in the past, blocking everybody else's fucking data mining to prevent them from stealing their information.
Sure. But anyway,
Yeah.
never mind your conspiracy theories. I mean, I wonder why. I wonder why.
Says fucking.
I wonder why
Alex
PewDiePie is
Darkside,
doing
yeah.
this though. Why is he chosen this platform? Have they paid him or something?
What do you
Like-
think? Money.
Hey. No, but surely he's not all about. You know how many millions
It's
he's
not
worth?
all about money. He doesn't always have sponsors in his videos.
That's it. He
Yeah.
doesn't care about money. He's got enough money, man.
Does he?
Yeah, man.
You'd
Go
be
and-
surprised.
Go and check his accounts on.
Yeah,
Who takes the account?
but-
Just hack his
but
bank account.
the accounts don't say whether that's how much physical money he's got, or
What
if
did
that's
he
how
s-
much that's how
What
much
did he say last
collateral
year?
he had.
He was literally talking about. You got to remember, right? For the bulk of his career, he was with an MCN, right?
But now he's
during the height of his fame, absolute height.
He's under
of
his
his
own
fame.
MCN after giving
Now-
a finger to Disney.
Now, but that was after he's fucking the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Boom. So when he's
Yeah.
making his own money, more so his own money, then the apocalypse has come in. Since then, he's literally been saying that he's a glorified fucking shirt salesman and hat salesman. And he does have sponsorship now. More and more people are dropping in, and he's getting the sponsorship. But you know, it's a hard knock life for some people. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you know he never spent all his money?
No, if he wanted to make money, you could just be out there doing TV adverts or something. Yeah.
PewDiePie did TV
Yeah.
adverts.
Why does he have to
Welcome
bother
to
when he can-
Bob's Used Car Sales Lot.
I use L'Oreal.
Does have to bother when he's
Whatever.
doing YouTube ads? It's the same fucking thing. It's like D-Live, you know what I mean? It's the same thing.
So it'll be interesting what happens there. Anyway.
You're just such a fucking skeptic, you man. Just
I'm not a skeptic. I'm
give
positive
D-Live a
about
chance.
this. Who's been skeptic?
On Sunday at 12.
You're the one
o'clock.
being. You're the one not wanting to
12
tell the
o'clock
world.
on B
Who's the
Live.
skeptic?
B Live. I'm not fucking skeptic. I want the money for myself. He's donating to FAWK Live. You fucking blew it. God damn.
Somebody else that blew it.
Oh,
Image actress fired over old tweets. This is the same kind of thing that happened. She went. I don't know how old she is. She's in her 20s now. When she was 19, she put out some tweets and she was.
What? Wait, what?
She's losing her job over it.
Right, hold on. Old tweets to me is like, right, oh, you're 20? Oh, but you put them out the tweets out when you were 19.
nah.
That's not old tweets. That's like 6 months ago.
I don't know
or
how old
something
she is.
like
She's
that.
in her 20s.
All right, she's
James
in her
got the
20s.
bitch.
All right.
Get her fucking fired. That's it.
Yeah,
But,
like old tweets from like, oh, you're an adult and you tweeted when you were a teenager and your teenagers are racist as fuck.
Boris.
She used the N word repeatedly.
Oh, see, yep, fuck the little racist tink.
Did you just like tink shame her?
Tink shame.
People have a right to be a tink, you know.
Well, it's just funny, you know. You think even if you'd done something so fucking egregious, you'd have the smarts to go, fuck, I better go back and delete that now I've got a job on Emmerdale.
Yeah, well, see,
Easton or whatever the fuck it was.
you know what? This is why I don't agree with like.
There's some thickness going on there.
I don't
There's some
agree with
blatant,
like Facebook. You have to use your real name. No, what if you are actually a celebrity and a character,
and you want to run around saying the N word online, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a thing for that. it's called the Slur Enigma machine, and it is updated daily. Don't ask me how I know
Is
this.
this a real thing?
Yeah, they figured out a way to get by the Twitter bans, where a bunch of your slurs, from fucking homophobic slurs to racial slurs to fucking just everyday weird
We'll get
insults,
changed to melon
has
farmer.
an Enigma machine encoder that daily is changed. And you can literally just, but it's
you
dumb
use it-
shit where you call somebody a fucking waffle.
You have like a pseudonym for it.
You
Oh
call
my
somebody
God.
an invading something, like, you know, just really weird terms. But
That's
if you take
that's
that,
convoluted as fuck.
if you take that,
People are
and
that
put it in
desperate.
the Enigma machine, it'll tell you what.
People
what
are
it meant.
that desperate to swear.
Yeah,
They're using fucking
Exactly.
code
There's
machines.
going to be like
Fucking
underground.
what?
There's going to be like underground places where you actually pay to get in, and when you get in there, you just curse.
You can
whatever
swear
the
as much
fuck
as you want.
A guy
Like,
on
oh, the release.
a guy on the Dick Show came up with it as a joke. He's like a kind of half comedian on a podcast called the Dick Show, and yeah, someone ran with it and actually fucking made it. And then a guy on YouTube found it and fucking made a video himself, just calling folk a bunch
That's
of
it. It's like someone you'd
non-slurs.
find on Reddit or something.
It's
Yeah.
so fine.
Yeah.
It's the darker side of YouTube, just kind of risky, or like even the Dick Show. Like, he interviews all these fucking weird
Yeah,
YouTubers,
definitely started with
troll
melon farmers.
meme lords and edge lords. So you're like, what the fuck?
Talking about the darker side of YouTube, YouTube is plotting a new metric that would record quality watch time. Yeah.
Quality watch time. Really?
Amid a Ferris wheel
fuck does
slew
that
of
mean?
scandals with respect to objectionable content across its air, YouTube is reportedly developing a new algorithm that will reward content of quality in a very
No, right.
What is? But the question is, what is quality?
Yeah, because somebody
quality.
watching porn versus somebody watching a Disney movie, respectively, for those people, that's quality entertainment for them. So how does the algorithm go, well, this is quality entertainment.
Well,
Wait a minute, but this over here is
Somebody
quality
watches
entertainment.
Disney for porn.
Well, yeah, not mentioning the frozen porn, not porn video again, but you know.
Oh,
I think this might give you a better. Such a development would help YouTube promote quality videos, whatever that means, while marginalising inappropriate videos and extremism.
Yeah, so basically,
what
anybody,
is inappropriate?
Everything.
Yeah,
except what they want
If
to
you're not
do.
PewDiePie is inappropriate.
if you're
Oh,
not
yeah.
advertiser friendly, then you're not quality content. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. If we can't make money out of you, you're shit.
If you're not family friendly enough or wholesome enough that we can fucking plug this everywhere, then get to fuck.
So YouTube implemented the watch time metric in 2012, replacing individual video views as a measurement of choice. And now, where are we? 2019, they're going to implement very soon the quality watch time. So it's just a way. It's just a way of curbing freedom of speech.
Basically, yeah. See, this is the problem. This is when we were joking about that kind of underground swearing place, right? This is what's going to happen, and this is what is happening with all these other streaming services that are opening up, trying to promote sort of free creation. It's going to happen more and more as the mainstream ones shut things down, and eventually all you're going to have
people are going to jump
Fortnite
ship.
videos, reaction videos to box openings.
I don't think it'll even get that far.
I
I think people will start leaving en masse when people like PewDiePie are testing other platforms.
The problem is, yeah, there'll be a lot of people leaving en masse, but the people that will be remaining there are the ones that are actually fulfilling everything that YouTube wants. So we're actually making a lot of money out of it. And if you think about it, YouTube is forced onto everybody's digital technology now. TVs, computers, phones, everything. YouTube is like there.
But YouTube,
so is Netflix.
But YouTube wasn't back in the day, and everybody had to go seeking it out.
Yeah, totally.
So there's space and opportunity for new things to evolve.
Yeah,
look at MySpace, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at MySpace and Facebook. New things can come along and overtake.
They can, but in the time, if you think about it, and maybe YouTube knows that they're dying out, so they're just trying to make the most money possible out of because it takes about it took when YouTube started up, it took 10 years for them to finally get onto a TV. That's partly because of the technology and partly because, nobody had really thought about putting on a TV before.
Yeah, I genuinely think
so
you're
maybe
talking about
5 years.
You're talking about a literal medium shift.
Yeah.
There would have to be a shift from the medium of uploaded videos as it stands.
Yeah. No, I think we've had that medium shift, and now it's just anybody can take over. Now who provides that?
No chance.
No chance.
Not with the now chronological historical database that is YouTube. Yeah, it's the Google of video.
But
it's not that historical anymore.
If you want to look at anything, if you want to figure anything out, type in Google, type in YouTube. Sure.
But MySpace,
actually.
But MySpace, everybody was using MySpace.
MySpace didn't last this long.
Exactly. Well,
YouTube's outlasted everything.
I will admit,
social media wise, it's the longest running piece of social media.
Depending on how you look at it, in a positive way or a bad way, it is kind of like a sort of living organism that is now
it's the fucking Akashic Records. It's the goddamn fucking start.
Don't call YouTube the Akashic Records. That's insulting.
All videos. All videos. It is.
The Akashic, somebody connects to the Akashic Record and all they find is cat videos, people playing COD, and
but I think
9 times out of 10, if you want to see anything, type it into YouTube. You'll probably see a form of it. If you can think of a street place you want to go, someone's fucking filmed it.
But the way they're damaging it now, it's undermining the whole process of what they're doing. And because YouTube, what it was back in the day, why everybody started using it, is slowly dissolving.
I don't disagree
because everybody, there wasn't all these kind of restrictions and all sorts of shady algorithms going on, and somebody will come along with something that's a lot simpler and a lot cleaner, and I think there's definitely an opportunity there. But yeah, time will tell. We don't really.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Could be right.
I think it's a case of
I hope it's not,
because of the pioneers. They've been through so much shit, including this current fucking wave of y'all better get your fucking content sorted, or we're going to sue the fuck at yous. So there's potential for a huge collapse. say if Article 13 went through 3 times and it actually blocked all content for the fucking EU, then you're talking Then you're talking like who's the new YouTube Europe then?
Yeah, that's why YouTube's trying to fight
But
that.
then they're going to have to grow from an organic level of like, right, how do I sort out the share function and the like button and the comments and the bear. It's not impossible, but it's very fucking hard.
I will admit,
it's very
the
hard.
other reason is
Twitch managed to get to where it is, even though YouTube
but
allows streaming.
The problem
Twitch
is,
deletes shit at the back of yourself.
yeah.
If you don't hit a certain level, then it literally that content's gone. I lost my fucking last stream.
Not only that, Twitch has been developing not quite as long as YouTube, but for quite a while. The biggest problem it's got is the fact that when somebody else creates a streaming site that tries to compete with YouTube, they're actually falling onto the YouTube's proprietary licenses for objects like the subscribe button. The subscribe button is probably fucking copyrighted by YouTube or some shit.
That's why, like, you know, with Twitch, they call it as a follow and then you subscribe, but subscribing is actually just a function of paying money and it's not a subscribe button.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know, but there's certain things like...
But there's a share button on every social media site.
That one, at least, they can't really make that proprietary to YouTube because, well, fucking other sites have been using share
buttons on multiple... You know, so I don't know whether that's real or not.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
You could probably trace back the actual fucking Adobe though, like you're saying it'll come under one shelf.
Yeah,
and the act of videos being streamed and stored in one fucking place has been mastered by them.
Well, I mean, yeah, because
someone would have to come along with not just the know-how but the fucking infrastructure.
Yeah, because YouTube, you know, they've got the data storage servers cover the entire
that's
planet.
It. Now they're at a point they've got that much hardware that even if you had that huge mental and sociological kind of shift to another platform for privacy reasons or whatever the hell, then that other platform's going to need huge resources.
Yeah,
isn't it?
The other problem as well, right, is that, you know, I haven't fully read any, but the way I can see this is that when you record something, your file's uploaded to your local YouTube server, and then that file's propagated over the rest of the servers all around the world. So you've got multiple copies. That way, those places can access whatever you've recorded really quickly, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me just say you're propsgated. Go on, you go.
Propsgated? Oh, fucking it.
Sorry.
But that means that technically YouTube can actually easily block your file from other countries. Easily. Because it just, oh no, do not propagate to Japan, do not propagate to Australia, you know, that kind of thing. So they can keep your video in a very tight-knit place.
That's the problem, is when one company's got that much power.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just censor everybody in the world with one push of a button.
Yeah.
That's just communist conspiracy theories.
Final story, moving on from that. Julian Assange.
Oh, yeah.
It's exactly the same kind of lines.
Yeah.
You know,
this fucking speaking of fucking commie and traitorous fucking
traitor.
That's fucking
or hero.
A hero
or award-winning journalist.
Oh, how dare you, sir! No award-winning journalist I know is hiding in a fucking embassy for 7 years.
Probably quite a few of them, actually.
That leaker, that traitor to the fucking...
Well, apparently he's getting he's getting arrested for hacking, or at least aiding and abetting.
Don't talk about Pamela Anderson like that. That's disgusting.
Have you heard these stories that Pamela Anderson would like go to the Ecuadorian embassy on the regular? What the hell? That's made up. That's got to be made up.
You know what it is, eh? Made up by fucking COINTELPRO bros.
Pamela Assange. Julian Anderson. She
likes them rebels, don't she? Fucking, what was it, Tommy? Fucking the fucking drummer boy.
Yeah.
For NXS or whatever, and then fucking Julian Assange. Fucking.
There's more stories just trying to blacken him, I think.
European version of Snowden.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is,
but it's weird. It's weird kind of timing, and it's weird. Like it's Donald Trump's
weird timing indeed.
Donald Trump's apparently behind this.
Yeah, because they banged up Chelsea Manning,
right? But the funny thing is there was a clip of Trump from his rally when he was trying to get elected, and he's WikiLeaks. Oh, I love WikiLeaks.
And then somebody released the email.
And then somebody, released the email. Blah, blah. And then somebody asked him yesterday. So, what do you think about WikiLeaks? WikiLeaks? I know nothing of WikiLeaks.
Yeah,
it's just like, what?
Exactly.
This gangster motherfucker fly in your face. I ain't even heard of the WikiLeaks. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, man. There's go and you want to see how much this guy is a gangster. Just go back and watch him against Ted Cruz and the fucking debates, and he's literally talking to the top of him, bullying him live on stage, and he's like, "Go ahead, don't be nervous." And it's just the way he says nervous. He says it like a fucking gangster. You're just like
old school gangster.
Ted Cruz is just standing there, just like hands up in the air. It's like, I'm fucked. I'm cucked. What he was saying.
Like gangsters are just really good capitalists.
Good businessmen.
Yeah, and that's exactly they're really good businessmen.
Fucking Julian Assange is not good for business, mate.
Exactly.
If you're the president of the United
It's not good for business.
If you're the president of the United
Bad
States,
business.
let's face it, you're the president of fucking selling arms.
Well, no. You look at it, you spin this in another way. Julian Assange is really good for business if you're not being a crook. Because then he turns around and goes, "Well, Jake, this company, they didn't. No, they're actually right."
He's getting arrested. He's getting the short end of the stick for what has he done? He's
pointing out crooks.
He's exposed the truth, right? He's just his lawyer's talking about that. Like he hasn't said anything that isn't true.
Well, yeah. So
I just fucking released a bunch of sensitive info all over the fucking place.
I know. Okay, they could
Probably just a fucking love triangle between him, Trump, and fucking Pamela Anderson.
Oh, there's a middle of it. Who goes at the front? Who goes at the front?
Pamela, piss on me. Drown me and then bring me back to life like Baywatch.
No, if you're recalling your personal memories here, we don't want involved.
On that note, I do have another story. Three-person baby boy born in Greece. They took genetic material from 3 people and created a baby.
Yeah.
And it's not Donald Trump, and it's
3
not
men
Julian
and a little
Assange
baby.
or Pamela Anderson, apparently.
So basically what you're saying is this is the chimera that should end us fucking all.
And it's going to wear a wig that blows in the wind.
Hey. Fucking, how dare you wig shame?
So now you're saying that Trump is actually a time-travelling tri-parent baby.
Tri-parent?
Yeah, because it's not 2 parents now, it's 3 parents.
He is a big baby, apparently. I've seen the big inflatable thing.
Is he puckered lips?
All I know about what inflatables use. Anyway, that about wraps it up for episode 40 of the Unmonetisables podcast.
Don't you
folks.
just love the duck lips?
If there's any intelligent sides of life out there, type something in the comments. Or you're a shite bag if you didn't. If you're a returning consumer of our consent.
They don't get any consent.
No consent.
Let me get fucking through this. If you're a returning consumer of our content or a FAWK virgin, we thank you for your time. And if you want to support us, please feel free to do so by subscribing and leaving a rating/review if you're listening on iTunes. Or if you're feeling as frugal as Mr. Private Feudal, give us a wee pound affy over on Patreon. Go and check us out on the FAWK Chronicles at YouTube. And while you're there, feel free to walk away with time served on that subscribe button.
You might want to check the FAWK Virgin's consent slips on that subscribe button before you do anything.
Or you could inseminate it with another 2 individuals.
Great. A try subscribe button. That gets us 3 subscriptions. Yeah.
I will be streaming over on twitch.tv/FAWK Chronicles at random intervals, so be sure to follow with notifications on or you'll be the one missing out.
You are a Twitch.
The FAWK Chronicles are part of the Indi Scots network. Thanks for listening to the only podcast in the galaxy with 3 aliens that sound like I fucking not even wrote something.
That's the best one yet, mate.
We sound
well
like
done.
Donald Trump trying to take out Julian Assange and sounding like a gangster.
See? It's not easy, is it? You suck. Until next time.
Sounds like 3 Scottish Harbour Seals.
The moment's gone.
Yeah.
Let it die.
Yeah.
Let that segment die.
That's only because you were too quick in there.
With dignity and grace, please. Until next time, this has been Cpt Privilege, Grandmaster Tech, and Dr. Darkside, signing off. Closing hailed frequencies, ending communications, and gonna go join my own kind of sex cult.
Yeah.